Hi, my name is Noel, and today I'll be talking about fires and how to prevent them. Recently, my grandmother was a victim of a house fire. Away on a business trip, she returned home to her house being completely burnt down to the ground. When I say completely, there was nothing left. It was just ash. Many of you have seen house fires in your neighborhood, or you might have experienced one. Today, I'll be talking to you about how to prevent them and what they are. Next slide. Fire is essential to our way of life. It is all around us, from gas stoves to water heaters with a pilot light, little bitty flame that keeps everything hot, AC heaters, candles, campfires, #s'mores, delicious. Pretty much everything. From your outlet, it burns. Coal is being burnt to produce electricity from your outlet, and occasionally you get your solar power, nuclear power, but really and truly, it's generally just coal being burnt. Next slide, please. Damage and devastation. It can cause a lot of damage and a lot of harm to people all around you and communities. Kitchen fires, also known as grease fires, happen every day all around you. You might not even know it. Almost every single restaurant that you've been to has been a victim of a grease fire or a kitchen fire. Generally, they're contained, put out, and things go back to the way they were. Other times, the whole restaurant is burnt down, and it is just tragic. House fires. In 2013 alone, there were 396,500 house fires and 2,755 deaths, leaving 12,200 people in the hospital. It's a lot. That's in America alone. Apartment fires in 2013 again, there were 98,000 deaths. Apartment fires, and 325 deaths, putting 3,900 people in the hospital. Forest fires, I'm sure you've heard of a forest fire before. Smokey the Bear. Only you can stop forest fires. Happen all the time. In California, it's a big deal. It happens all the time. Well, in 2011, there were 4,551,039 square acres scorched and consumed by flame. For y'all that don't know what an acre is, there's about 8 acres in a mile. It's a lot of land. Next slide, please. Cause and effect. There are a lot of causes, but honestly, they're pretty minute, and you can do things to fix them. But we'll start with old wiring, an electric fire, a spark from your plug or outlet, not even home, can cause your whole house to burn down. Gas leaks. A small little leak in your gas line cause your house to explode. It's crazy. Unattended heat sources, walking away from the stove, just little things like that. Going out to eat, you forgot that you left your oven on. It's causing fires all around the world. Stray embers can travel up to 2 miles away from its initial fire. So, if you put out a campfire, but you don't do it correctly, there can be an amber that goes off into the air, and 2 miles away it lands on a little hay bale, and guess what? You bet your butt that thing is on fire. Not paying attention and being careless. That brings me back to walking away from your heat source or leaving your oven on. A lot of the time it has to do with us and just not paying attention. Next slide. Only you can do this. Only you can help prevent fires because we caused them. Nothing else. Regular maintenance to your house. When you buy a house, you're supposed to get maintenance done regularly just to make sure everything's working right on your AC unit, electricity, gas lines, yada yada. Well, guess what? With those AC, electricity, and gas lines, if you don't get them checked, your house might be on fire when you come home. You never know. Have a working smoke and carbon detector. If you go to bed and there's carbon dioxide in your house, or monoxide in your house, and you breathe it in, you'll pass out in your sleep, and you'll never wake up again. It's that simple. That's why those alarms are there, so you know to wake up or get out of that house. Have a working fire extinguisher. Water does not cut it. I'm sorry. Everybody thinks go put water on a fire and it'll go out. Water does not cut it with an oil fire or an electrical fire. In In fact, it'll make it worse and can cause you a lot of harm. Pay attention, be aware. This goes back to what causes fires. Being careless. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure you turn that stove off and that oven off before you leave and go out. Make sure you blow your candle out. Put that fire out correctly. Things like that. Next slide, please. How you can act if all else fails and you're in a fire. The 3 C's rule: stay calm, cool, and collective. Okay? If you can and you caught the fire soon enough, try to put it out. If you can't and you realize that you can't, immediately get away from that fire and call 911 or your local fire department. This needs to be instantly. Have at least 2 routed exits in case of a fire. So you go out of your original routed exit, there's a beam that dropped in front of it and you can't get out. You got your second one. Always have a backup. The doorknob test. If there is a fire in your house and you're going to open a door, get out of a room, instead of grabbing your handle and burning your hand like you see on the Home Alone movie, do the doorknob test, which is touching the top of your palm, or not palm, top of your hand to a doorknob to see if it is hot or not. So if it is, it'll burn you, but instead of it burning your hand to where you can't open up any more doors, it burns and scorches the outside of your hand. Forget all the material stuff. Pictures, books, all that stuff, it's not worth it. Get you, your kids, or your dogs out of that house and leave it all there. It is not worth dying over. You can make new memories and take new pictures. Next slide. In conclusion, what would you do? Because only you can prevent this from happening, just like Smokey the Bear says. Try to follow these directions if you get in an accident with a fire, and also follow the directions to help prevent being in an accident with a fire. Thank you very much. My name is Roman.